This is the 5-inch barreled Canik Arrival Dark Side, chambered in 9mm. If you're in the market for one of the best competition shooters while retaining an obtainable price, this Canik pistol needs to be on your short list. First coming out in SHOT Show 2022, the rifle has been one of the more popular competition-oriented pistols since its release, especially if you consider the price being $650 or less. This pistol can not only compete in competitions, it has won multiple championships, so its capabilities are immense. Let's dive into the pistol. The total length of the pistol is 8.1 inches. The height of it overall is 5.7, and the width is going to be 1.41. Of course, it does have a 5-inch barrel, as previously stated, and an overall weight of 29.5 ounces or 1.84 pounds. Okay, now starting with the tip, we can see that the barrel is flush with the slide itself. Pulling it back, we do reveal that the Canik has a fluted barrel. The front of the slide itself has very aggressive cuts for both weight benefits and it's aesthetically pleasing. From underneath the barrel to the way it tapers after it extends past the polymer portion of the pistol itself, overall, it's very nice. Heading up top, you do have a red fiber optic sight with more slide cutouts just behind it. On either side, we do have very deep slide serrations with a great attention to detail here. If you look on the inside of these serrations themselves, you can see that each side does have a sharp, then round, then sharp again corner to it. This makes press checking very easy. You almost don't have to pinch at all to get this to slide back. It is very grippy. They also decided to shed some more weight right here on either side of the pistol with more cutouts. They are all angled at that same angle as the serrations, so it does give it a very unique look as well. The barrel itself has matching texturing on it where the ejection port is to help give this Canik a distinct look. Following the rear serrations up to the top of the pistol, they do give you an adjustable rear sight. There is an optics cut as well for pretty much any optic that you could want. Now, the eagle-eyed among you may have realized that the rear sight will come off with that plate. However, Canik does offer the rival to have a co-witness option. It's just a bit of a different sight. You remove this, and this optic actually goes on right over the back here, attaching to the slide to give you the option to co-witness with an optic. Now, not all plates are that same size, so it really is going to depend on exactly which optic you want to use. For example, you can see that this optics plate in my left hand, your right side of the screen, is a little bit bigger than the one on the left. So a bigger optics plate you can mount on there, but you will not be able to co-witness with all optics. Just something I thought was very interesting overall. No matter what, you do get 5 separate optics plates inside the box. On the rear of the pistol, Canik does paint that firing pin red and give you a peephole to see when the pistol is cocked and ready to be fired. Moving down just a little bit more, Canik does give you ambidextrous slide releases. This is something that's on their cheaper pistols, so I was not surprised to see it on this one, but it's a nice addition and attention to detail nonetheless. You do have the teardown lever right here as well. And then now onto the polymer portion of the pistol. On the bottom here, we do have a large Picatinny rail with 3 crossbar slots, enabling you to pretty much use any laser or light that you want to put on there, or any combination of that. On the front of the trigger guard, Canik does give you horizontal molded texturing, which will help you find that perfect grip depending on how you want to hold the pistol. Moving on to the square-ish textured trigger guard, you do have the aluminum flat-facing trigger. This breaks at about a 90 degree, and there's barely any wiggle room from there. So let's talk about that. The trigger on this Canik rifle is absolutely amazing. When you give it a bit of a pull, because it has that trigger safety, there's a little bit of take up right here and then some more just to get to that point where you're going to be expected to fire. Just beyond that, there's a very clear and concise wall with a very crisp break. The reset is also just as tactile as the pull itself. Very loud, very crisp. Overall, very good trigger. The mag release does come with kind of a medium length mag release right here. They do have others in the box that they do give you in case you are not in love with what comes here. However, it is very easy to press and release that mag and find it pretty much every time. Down on the grip itself, you do have the same texturing on both the left and the right side that matches the one on the front. On the back strap, it's more of a squared, textured, aggressive grip on it. You do have 2 other back straps in the box that you can swap this one out if you're not in love with how that feels as well. Finally, onto the mag well itself. They do give you a flared mag well. It is very wide and very nice and easy to, even if you miss, it'll guide you right in where you're expecting. Also in the box, there are 2 magazines. They're 18-round magazines plus 1 that comes with a little bit of a grip on the bottom that extends just past that mag well. In conclusion, Canik gives you a budget-oriented, competition-level shooter that has won multiple competitions and championships in itself. If you're looking for a pistol that won't break the bank but is going to be more accurate than you can probably shoot it, this is the one for you. With that being said, if you have any experiences with the Canik SFX Rival, specifically the dark side, please leave a review below. We would love to see your comments. That is all I have for you today. God bless. It is time to end.